Alright there guys, and welcome back to my Dragon Ball Super review. In week 1 I covered the Battle of Gods arc. Last week, which was week 2, I covered the Resurrection F arc. And today I am covering the Universe 6 arc. This is also my 50th anime video, so that's quite cool, isn't it? My 50th anime video. I probably should have made more the amount of time my channel's been going, but I haven't. But we're rectifying it now. So, the Universe 6 arc, the first original arc in Dragon Ball Super. After the first 2 arcs were just retellings of movies in arc form, but were nowhere near as good as the movies, we finally have some original content to cover. And this starts out pretty much the exact same way that the previous arc started. It's Goku and Vegeta on Beerus's planet training, only this time, instead of sparring against each other, what they're doing instead is they're training with Whis. He's actually participating in this, where Goku and Vegeta are basically trying to hit Whis, but no matter what they try, all sorts of different strategies, Whis never takes the hit. He always manages to dodge. And he tells Goku and Vegeta that the reason why he's able to dodge them so easily is because they're thinking before they attack. He's not thinking when his body just moves on its own. He doesn't even have to think. Obviously, that's more important in part 6. That's not important right now, but it's important. It'll be important in 3 weeks. So, while Goku and Vegeta are training with Whis, Beerus's brother, Champa, who we briefly saw in the Resurrection F arc, but he didn't actually do anything in the arc, so I didn't bother mentioning it. So yeah, Champa, the God of Destruction from Universe 6, and his angel, Vados, the first female angel that we've seen, take a trip to Universe 7. So Champa and Vados arrive on Beerus's planet, and Beerus and Champa start arguing as soon as they see each other, because that's what they always do when they see each other, which doesn't actually ever get old. It's always funny every time it happens. Then Champa starts going on about how Universe 6 has everything better than Universe 7. And this is the first time the first time we were introduced to the concept of universes was in the Battle of Gods movie. But this is the first time it's actually being shown and put into practice. Universe 6 and Universe 7 are identical. Every planet that is on Universe 6 is also in Universe 7. Our cast of characters are from Universe 7, and Champa is from Universe 6. A big difference there being Earth does not exist on in Universe 6. It got destroyed. It does exist in Universe 7, of course, but Universe 6, nope. The planet got destroyed and it never came back. So then, Beerus decides to give Champa some food that Whis picked up when he last went to Earth from Bulma. And Champa tries to hide his enjoyment of the food, but he can't. Meanwhile, Goku and Vegeta are now training in these really large suits. And then Beerus and Champa start fighting. And it's kind of a felony for two gods of destruction to fight each other. So Whis and Vados intervene to stop them. So Goku suggests, what about having a martial arts tournament? Universe 7's best fighters against Universe 6's best fighters. Champa agrees to the tournament and sets a location for it. In the middle of Universes 6 and 7. So so the preparation gets in, and it's 5 fighters for a team. So Universe 7's team is Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, Majin Buu, and Monarca. Who is Monarca? Well, Beerus tells Goku that Monarca is the strongest person he has ever fought against, and that Goku is the second strongest person he's ever fought against. That motivates Goku to train more. So him and Vegeta go to the hyperbolic time chamber. And then they come out with beards. Very weird thing to see Goku and Vegeta with beards. Not a pretty sight, but so they get rid of those pretty quickly. But then they go looking around for these things called the Super Dragon Balls. But what are they? Well, the Super Dragon Balls are basically the normal Dragon Balls, only the size of planets. And they only exist in Universe 6, not 7. So, Champa, the prize for the winning universe of 6 or 7, their prize is the Dragon Balls, the Super Dragon Balls. And these Super Dragon Balls, you can make any wish. You know all those wishes in Dragon Ball Z that Shenron couldn't grant or Porunga couldn't grant? Yeah, all of that's taken away. Any wish at all you want, the Super Dragon Balls dragon can grant it. So they look for the first 6 Super Dragon Balls and get them together, but they can't find the 7th. But yeah, the Universe 7's team, as I said, is Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, Majin Buu, and Monarca. Only Majin Buu falls asleep. Of course he does. But he doesn't fall asleep before they get to the tournament arena. No, he waits till they get there, then falls asleep. As pretty much everyone we know, Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, Piccolo, Krillin, Yamcha, Tien, Master Roshi, Goten, Trunks, Bulma, Chi-Chi, Videl, and Android 18, literally everyone ends up going to this tournament. Most of them to watch, and of course our fighters to participate. Then they get there, and Vados sets up a test. A exam-style test first to see if the fighters are smart enough first before entering, and that's where Majin Buu falls asleep. So Universe 7 only has 4 fighters, and Universe 6 has 5 fighters. So they're already at a disadvantage, and we haven't even started yet. We meet Universe 6's fighters, we have this big yellow guy called Butamo, a robot called Magetta, a Frieza race looking character called Frost, who is literally Universe 6's version of Frieza. He's even played by the same voice actor in both the sub and the dub as Frieza, to make it really feel like you're looking at Frieza. And finally, we have Hit, who is the strongest fighter of Universe 6. So the first round starts with Goku versus Butamo. And Jaco the Galactic Patrolman decides to come along as well. But yeah, Goku versus Butamo is the first round. Goku does all sorts of... So Goku starts off with usual punches. But they don't seem to work, as every punch he does on Butamo, he just absorbs it and doesn't take any damage, which is a bit worrying for Goku. So how is he supposed to beat him? He tries a Kamehameha, that doesn't work. So, what does Goku result in doing? Tripping Butamo up. No, picking him up, throwing him onto the ground of the arena, and then dragging him out of the arena. This is where we have to give Goku some credit for using his fighting smarts. He knew he couldn't win by taking his opponent down with punches, so he physically takes down his opponent and then drags him out of the arena to win the fight. So that was a pretty simple first round. That's all that happens. So round 2 is Goku versus Frost. Frost tells Goku that he is a good person, and all these wars that went on in Universe 6, he was the one that stopped them. And that there's actually a person from Frieza's race out there who is good, not evil, like Frieza is. So, Goku and Frost start taking each other on, and they're pretty evenly matched to begin with, so Goku decides to kick it up a notch and turn Super Saiyan. So Frost transforms as well into what is Frieza's third form, essentially, the same as that. You know, the form where Frieza has a ginormous head? Better dubbed by the community Dildo Frieza, that form. The form Frieza gets just before he achieves his final form, that one. But Goku tells Frost that he knows that isn't his final form, because he's just like Frieza, so he knows Frost has a final form that's identical to Frieza's. So Frost transforms into his final form, and Goku and him and Goku start taking each other on again. But Goku really seems to be getting the upper hand here, until Frost has a sneaky attack on him that no one is aware of yet. As Goku's hand hits Frost's arm, and suddenly Goku starts feeling fuzzy and is struggling to remain standing up, and Frost kicks him out of the arena, meaning Goku has been eliminated by Frost. Frost wins round 2. Which in honesty is a pretty big shock. At the time it was, when we first saw it, like, Goku actually lost to Frost. Bearing in mind, Goku has not used Super Saiyan Blue yet, or any form higher than Super Saiyan 1. So with Goku eliminated, that means Piccolo is next. So round 3 is Piccolo against Frost. Now, when they start, Frost is just edging the fight. So Piccolo thinks, well then, why don't I use my first ever special attack from in the whole franchise that I used. He gets his index and middle finger, puts them on his forehead, and starts charging up his Makanko Sappo, or special beam cannon. But of course, he can't just stand. It's a one-on-one fight, so he can't just stand there charging and have Frost just stand there waiting for him. So he has to be tactical about this. So Piccolo is clones himself, uses the multiform technique to clone a ton of himself. So Frost has to try and figure out which one is the real Piccolo. But of course, every time Piccolo's form multiplies, his power level decreases by a considerable amount. Then Piccolo gets his left arm and wraps it round Frost while he charges his special beam cannon with his right hand, only for Frost to use the same attack that he used on Goku. He has a little poison needle hidden around here in his right arm, which makes so Piccolo starts going all fuzzy, misses the special beam cannon, and just like with Goku, gets kicked out of the ring by Frost. So the winner of round 3 is Frost. But before they go on to round 4, which would be Vegeta against Frost, Jaco spots something. Jaco questions Frost that he is using a weapon. And as we know, in martial arts tournaments in Dragon Ball, weapons are not allowed. You cannot use a weapon because it is an advantage. You can't use a weapon or ability that will give you an advantage, and that's what Frost was doing. So the tournament announcer and referee has to check Frost and sees that yes, Frost is cheating. And then it's revealed that Frost is not a good guy at all. He's just like Frieza. He's evil. All these wars that he stopped in Universe 6, he was the one that started them as well. He started them so he could stop them and make it look like he was a hero. Manipulating so many people into believing he's a hero, when in actual fact, all the wars he's stopping, he's the one that started them in the first place. Quite an interesting plan, if I do have to say. So, when they reveal Frost is cheating, that means Frost is named as disqualified by the referee for cheating. And Goku and Piccolo are back. And Goku and Piccolo are no longer eliminated. They are put back in to the tournament because they only lost because Frost cheated against them. However, this is the part that makes no sense. Piccolo is ready to fight again, ready to go another round with Frost, but then Vegeta just jumps down and tells Piccolo that it's his turn to fight now. So Piccolo essentially eliminates him, just doesn't fight again. He eliminates himself. Like, what is the point in that? You might as well have just not kept Piccolo eliminated to begin with. To me, that's a bit stupid. And it makes no sense. Then we have round 4. Vegeta against Frost. And well, because Frost looks like Frieza, Vegeta is super ready for this. The fight begins, and Vegeta knocks Frost out of the ring with one punch. That's right, Vegeta hits Frost once and ends the fight and wins. So Vegeta wins round 4. Next up is Vegeta. So we have Vegeta versus Vegeta for round 5. Vegeta's a robot, so he's not like everybody else. So he's gonna have to be defeated in a different way. So Vegeta starts attacking Vegeta, but nothing is really working. Vegeta is able to take all the blows Vegeta is throwing at him. So Vegeta decides to use a Gallic gun, fires it at Vegeta, and it doesn't work. And then Vegeta starts to heat up the arena considerably, which is supposed to make it harder for Vegeta. So Vegeta decides to use his ultimate ability from Dragon Ball Z that didn't kill him, which was Final Flash. He uses it and Vegeta just takes it. Something that ripped off half of Cell in DBZ doesn't even faze Vegeta. So then we have the way Vegeta actually wins the fight. And that is insulting Vegeta. Yeah, I'm not even joking. The way Vegeta beats Vegeta is insulting him, which upsets Vegeta, so then Vegeta doesn't really kick him, he just lightly pushes him out of the ring. So Vegeta wins round 5. Because he insulted a robot. Of all things, how does a robot get upset by being insulted? You're a robot. Aren't you programmed not to do that? Apparently not. So, next up, we have round 6. But during Vegeta's fight with Vegeta, Frost actually snuck away to try and steal some treasure that happens to be on the same planet, which has no name. The planet's name is literally the no-name planet. But Hit finds out that Frost realizes Frost is trying to do that. So he sneaks up on him and knocks him out, telling him that the treasure is his. Champa said so. None of the treasure is going to Frost, only to Hit. So we've had round 5 of Vegeta versus Vegeta. Vegeta wins. Round 6, Vegeta versus Hit. Hit is the last fighter universe. Oh crap. No, I missed it. Oh dear. That is bad for me. That is really bad for me. I completely missed an entire fight out. Arguably one of the best fights in the whole arc. Vegeta versus Cabba. That's round 5. Vegeta versus Vegeta was round 6. Let me backtrack quickly to round 5. So we backtrack to round 5, which is Vegeta versus Cabba. Cabba is the Universe 6 Saiyan. That is right, he is a Saiyan just like Goku and Vegeta. A full Saiyan too. But he's never heard of a Super Saiyan before, which annoys Vegeta. So, with that annoying Vegeta, he turns Super Saiyan and starts wailing on Cabba. And he wants Kaba to turn Super Saiyan, but Kaba just doesn't know how. So Vegeta starts threatening Kaba's family, like, I'll destroy your whole race and destroy your planet. Which is ironic because that's literally what happened to Vegeta's planet. His family and entire race were enslaved. And planet. By Frieza. Which was part of Vegeta's motivation of why he beat Frost in one hit. But those threats anger Kaba, and he gets angry, starts powering up, and turns into a Super Saiyan. The first Universe 6 Saiyan to achieve the form of Super Saiyan. And then Kaba starts wailing on Vegeta a little bit. But Vegeta ain't having that, so he turns Super Saiyan Blue. The first time it's been used in this arc. And he gives Kaba a one really hard stomach punch and ends the fight. It doesn't sound like I did it justice the way I explained it, but that was a very good moment in the arc. Character building for Vegeta. As Kaba announces himself as Vegeta's pupil then and there, and announces Vegeta as his mentor. So look at that, Vegeta has a student that wants to train under him. Then we have Vegeta versus Vegeta, which I've just done, which was round 6. So round 7, Vegeta versus Hit. And Hit is the character we don't know anything about yet. We don't know what race he is, we don't know what type of fighter he is, we don't know anything. So Vegeta starts taking him on, but no matter how many hits, no matter what Vegeta tries to do to Hit, he can't hit him. I'm going to be saying the word hit quite a lot from now until the end of the video, so this is gonna, just expect the word hit to appear a lot. And then, so Hit reveals he has an ability called Time Skip, where he doesn't freeze time, but he skips time. He skips time by 0.1 seconds, which doesn't sound like a lot, does it? But it is enough to absolutely beat the ever-living crap out of Vegeta. Even in Super Saiyan Blue, Vegeta can't do anything. Vegeta is completely useless against Hit. And Hit takes Vegeta down and wins the round. Round 7, the winner is Hit. So we go to round 8. Round 8 is Goku versus Hit, which is the best fight of the whole arc. Goku versus Hit finally delivers what Dragon Ball fights are all about. So Goku starts off in his base form trying to attack Hit, and it works to no avail. Hit's 0.1 time skip is stopping Goku at every corner. Goku just cannot hit. Oh, this is terrible. Why? I can't believe I have to keep saying hit the word hit so often. But that's because that's his name. So 0.1 seconds, Goku just can't do anything. So he tries Super Saiyan. That doesn't do anything. So then he tries Super Saiyan Blue. And he thinks, well, if I can't do the time skip like him, I'm just gonna have to predict what he's going to do in 0.1 seconds And that actually works. Goku predicts what Hit is going to do in 0.1 seconds, puts his arms up to block, which catches Hit off guard. Then Goku swings around his leg and makes a little cut on Hit's face, meaning he has done damage. Goku has finally done some successful damage on Hit. Meaning there is a chance that Goku has a chance to win. So Hit goes on about how Goku just powering up, screaming and yelling is able to make him power up into a Super Saiyan, as he doesn't really understand how that works. So, Hit increases his time skip from 0.1 seconds to 0.2 seconds, and then starts wailing on Goku a little bit more. He then ends up not being able to handle that against Goku anymore, as Goku adapts to Hit's time skip, which, again, you need to give Goku some credit. You really do need to give Goku some credit here. Goku's been smart here. He's going to become very stupid in the next 2 arcs after this, but for now he's actually been smart about something, which is rare for Goku. So, Hit literally just starts going like this. Pat just Pat yelling and doing that stance to say what this really makes you power up if you do this. Yes, actually, that's exactly what it does. Because Hit uses his transformation, which is called Pure Progress. He does it, the first time he did it is what allowed him to use 0.2 time skip ability, and then he powers up a second time where his time skip ability goes from 0.2 seconds to 0.5 seconds to give himself the upper hand again against Goku. So Goku thinks, right, I've only got one more way to beat him. And even in this fight, Goku gets knocked out of the ring, but part of it lands on part of the arena is broken off and lands off outside of where the arena is, and Goku happens to have his foot. Actually, no, it's not Goku. It's Vegeta. It's when Vegeta's fighting Vegeta. Vegeta gets knocked out of the ring, but lands on a piece of broken arena, which still counts as the arena because it's part of the arena. Even though it got broken off, that doesn't mean it's no longer part of the arena. So Vegeta is able to get back up there and then take down Vegeta, as I've said. Then Goku punches Hit into the portrait of Champa, which there's one portrait at each side of the ring, one of Beerus at the Universe 7 side and one of Champa at the Universe 6 side. How that doesn't count as Hit being eliminated and knocked out of the ring by being thrown into a piece of the something that's not the arena, I don't know, but nope, Hit just is allowed to get away with it. So Goku realizes he's only got one more thing he can do to possibly win this fight. And that is an ability he hasn't tried yet. Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 10. That's right, we've seen Goku use Kaioken times 3 and 4 when he fought Vegeta in the Saiyan Saga. We've seen Goku use Kaioken times 20 when he fought Frieza back in the Frieza Saga in Dragon Ball Z, which didn't work. This time he's using Kaioken times 10. Yes, it's 10 times weaker than the Kaioken times 20, but he's doing it on top of Super Saiyan Blue. And, oh boy, is this easily the best scene of the arc in my opinion. Goku shouts Kaioken times 10! And charges at Hit, getting a real quick punch into Hit's face. And this is the moment where Dragon Ball Super says to the viewers, I ain't playing around anymore. I'm here and I'm serious about it. And the best part is, the opening theme song, Chosetsu Dynamic, starts playing when Goku charges at Hit and starts really going in on him. You know it's good when a shonen anime starts playing its opening theme song in the middle of an episode. It's like, shit is getting real right now, and it does. So Goku starts wailing on Hit, and then says, even with the energy of Blue, I can't keep this off for long, I gotta end this in one shot. So Goku then starts charging a Kamehameha. Hit goes like this, and Goku just goes to town on it, firing his Kamehameha up at Hit. But it does not defeat Hit, and that move, that ability of Kaioken times 10 on top of Super Saiyan Blue only had a 10% chance of working. But it did work. It only had a 10% chance of working, but it worked. But Goku does not win the fight. And then he just says to Hit, good fight. And literally jumps out of the ring. Goku jumps out of the ring, lands outside of the arena, and eliminates himself from the fight. Meaning, round 8, Hit is the winner. Definitely a more stupid Goku moment than smart. Because Goku is still under the impression that Monaka, who has very big nipples, I'm not just mentioning that because it's weird, that's literally one of like his main things you notice about him when you look at him. His nipples are pretty big. But yeah, Goku is still under the impression that Monaka is stronger than him because of what Beerus told him, but Beerus was actually lying. In reality, Monaka is weaker than Hercule. We know how weak Hercule is. He's, of course, in terms of regular humans that can't use ki, he's the strongest man in the world. But against everyone who can use ki, including his own daughter Videl, he is super weak against everybody. However, Goku is still under the impression that Monaka is stronger than everyone, so Monaka jumps into the ring and lands on his face. That hurt a lot. So Monaka charges at Hit, goes for a punch, and it effectively does absolutely nothing. But because Hit sees it as Goku showed him some humility by landing outside the ring and losing his battle. So Hit does exactly the same thing and allows himself to be knocked out of the arena, meaning Monarcho is the winner and Universe 7 wins the fight, wins the whole tournament, and Universe 6 lose. Then the Omni King, Xeno, arrives. Who is the Omni King? Well, this is the first time we meet him, and he is essentially the ruler of everything. He is the leader. He pretty much is the leader of the multiverse. He is in charge of everything throughout the entire multiverse. And he has the power to erase a universe by just raising his hand, destroy an entire universe, erase it from existence. And I don't mean like destroy it where you can use the Dragon Balls to bring it back. No, not even that can happen. The Super Dragon Balls, yes, but we'll get onto that later in the Tournament of Power arc. Beerus and Champa are absolutely terrified of Xeno because he has the power to erase anything from existence by raising his hand. He may look very small and weak, but in terms of power, he can't be beat. We even meet the Grand Priest, who is the 5th strongest being in all of existence. Only the 5th, meaning he is tons stronger than Whis. Just put that into perspective. Whis is nowhere near as strong as the Grand Priest, as the Grand Priest is the father of all of the angels from all 12 universes. Goku, of course, just goes up to Xeno as if he's just anybody and not the ruler of the ruler of everything in existence. And Xeno was pretty interested in the fact that Beerus and Champa decided to host a tournament instead of doing their usual God of Destruction duties. However, he was so excited. He found the tournament so exciting that he lets them off. And Goku says we should do this again sometime, which of course leads on to an arc later in the show. Then they find out that the 7th Super Dragon Ball was inside of the planet that the tournament took place on. So it is opened up, the wish is asked to be made, and we get Super Shenron, who is a giant golden dragon. He looks pretty. I mean, in terms of his scale and size, he is like, I don't know, like he's like Shenron, but times that by 1,000 in terms of size. That's how large Super Shenron is. He's bigger. He's probably bigger than the entire solar system of our solar system of planets that we know. You know, like Mercury, Venus, Saturn, Earth, Mars, the Moon. All of those. Get all of those planets, times them by about 10 each. Combine that, and Super Shenron is probably still bigger. And Beerus makes the wish to revive the Earth of Universe 6. A very thoughtful wish from Beerus. And that concludes Dragon Ball Super Universe 6 arc. My final rating for it is a 7 out of 10. Easily better than the first 2 arcs. It had some great, absolutely amazing moments. It had the first fights of the whole series that felt like this show is here to do things. I love the fact that Goku used his brain to outsmart Botamo and even Hit at the beginning of the fight when he realised he couldn't beat Hit normally, so he had to figure out a different way of doing things. That was pretty good. Vegeta showing Kaba what it means to be a Saiyan, that was pretty good. But Goku being stupid by just jumping out of the ring, Vegeta being insulted, which made him upset despite being a robot, makes no sense. But the whole Monarca beating Hit thing, actually I like that, because it gives Goku the delusion that Monarca is actually stronger than him. He actually still believes it simply because Hit allowed himself to be knocked out of the arena. But yeah, oh boy, the first episode was 30 minutes, second 35, third 45. God, these episodes are getting longer and longer each time. So that is going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Please be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, follow me on all my social medias, and I'll see you next Sunday when I cover the Goku Black Arc. But until then, catch you later.